The ghost in the attic was a tale that had been passed down through generations, a story that was whispered around campfires and shared in hushed tones. It was said that there was a house on the outskirts of town, a house that had stood empty for years, but which was rumored to be haunted by the ghost of a young girl who had died there many years ago. One day, a family moved into the house, unaware of its dark history. They settled in, and soon began to hear strange noises coming from the attic: footsteps, whispers, and the sound of something moving around in the darkness. At first, they tried to ignore the noises, convincing themselves that it was just the wind or the settling of the old house. But as the nights wore on, the noises grew louder and more persistent. They began to see flickering lights and moving shadows, and sometimes, they could swear that they saw a young girl with long, dark hair and pale skin, watching them from the darkness of the attic. Terrified, the family sought out a local paranormal investigator to help them understand what was happening in their home. The investigator set up cameras and recording devices, and together, they climbed the stairs to the attic. As they entered the dusty, cobweb-filled room, they felt a chill run down their spines. And then, they saw her, the ghostly figure of the young girl, standing in the corner, her eyes fixed on them. The investigator tried to communicate with the ghost, but it seemed to be lost in some kind of eternal torment. They learned that the girl had died in the attic, alone and forgotten, and that her spirit had been trapped there ever since. In the end, the family was forced to leave the house, unable to bear the constant presence of the ghost in the attic. And though the house still stands, empty and abandoned, the locals say that the ghostly figure of the young girl can still be seen, watching from the shadows of the attic window.